make it big. The green thing here.
Hello to Facebook Live. We are members of Northern Harmony. Hello to Arlene Baxter in Berkeley, Deborah in Kentucky, Jenny in Suffolk, UK, Delhi, iPad, Cricket. Hello, Steve Woodbury. Hello, KB Galloway. Hello, Kathy Mayer. Hello, Storm. Hello, Bonnie in Boise. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Dennis. Hello, Susan G. Hello, Curly Tops. Oh, Curly Tops, you're back again. You were here yesterday. Hi, Hindi. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Bronwyn. Hello, Gary Pausner. Hello, Kathy S. in upstate New York. And Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Hello, Annette. Hello, Anne in Maryland. Hello, Ralph in Victoria. Hello, Susan Miller in Seattle. Hello, Jamie in Victoria. Hello, Anne. Hello, Tom Robertson. Hello, Lisa and Carol in Massachusetts. Hello, Hoda in BC. Hello, Loriana, Kachina, and Courtney. Hello, Kat Cox. Hello, Gay Smith. Hello, Hindi. Hello, Kate Wandering. Ooh, are you wandering, or is that your last name? Hello, Bob and Mabel. Hello, Dick and Kathy. Hello, Caroline, and Joni, and hello, Brian McLaughlin.
I think we got everybody who's on screen right now. Hi, everybody. We're members of Northern Harmony. It's a group that was part of the organization Village Harmony, founded by Larry Gordon. And we are in Vermont, in Marshfield, Vermont this week, rehearsing for a celebration of Larry's life. Larry very, very tragically died in November following a bicycle accident, and a group of alumni of Village Harmony, which has been serving teenagers since the mid-1980s, a group of 90s alumni has put together a 2-day festival up here in Plainfield, Vermont, starting Saturday, going into Sunday. And for that, we are rehearsing a set of songs. There'll be a big concert from 1 to 4 p.m. on Sunday at Goddard College in Plainfield. On Saturday, we have a big sing, because Larry was instrumental in the revival of shape note singing, sacred harp singing outside of the South, where it had gone and stayed alive during the last century, but after the middle of the 19th century grew out of favor in New England, where it had begun. And we've published a book of songs for the weekend, with songs from the Sacred Harp book and the Northern Harmony book, which will be on loan for our Shape Notes Sing. We'll have Balkan dancing, which was a favorite of Larry's, and contra dancing, potluck meal. So if you can at all make it up to Vermont on Saturday to join us, you'd be welcome. We do ask that people register online at villageharmony.org if you'd like to come and join us. And because of the COVID spread, we're asking that people mask when we're inside of our tents. Everything will be outside in big tents, but even so, singing and dancing, coming to close contact, this is just not a really good time. So we will have extra masks on hand to hand out, and hope that people will comply with that. So today, in honor of this shape note heritage of New England that began in the fourth quarter of the 18th century, we're going to teach a canon written by the father of American congregational, shape note singing, William Billings. Billings was an interesting character. He was a Massachusetts, Boston area resident, a friend of Sam Adams and Paul Revere, and in fact, Paul Revere was the engraver of his first shape note book, which was published in 1770. Kind of a cool thing, but one of the first singing books that was published in the United States by a homegrown American composer. Billings was a tanner by trade. He was an odd fellow. He was contemporary sources called him a gargoyle of a man. He had one leg that was shorter than the other, poor fellow, a withered arm, and a blind eye. And yet he hobnobbed with some of the fathers of the American Revolution, and unfortunately died young at the age of 54 because he was also an inveterate tobacco addict and apparently had snuff all the time and a gravelly bass voice, which I like gravelly bass voices. So he was quite the singer, but quite a character, and he died in 1800. Well, we're going to teach a canon. Good, Kevin knows this already. A lot of people know this. It's a fantastic, easy canon, but quite a beautiful piece. And I'm going to share his original. This is actually an engraving in Billings' 1770 collection of his compositions that is on the frontispiece, and it was done by Paul Revere. Another famous song was Chester. That was one of the big revolutionary pieces that was very popular. He did a lot of songs that had sort of very patriotic lyrics too, as well as going to old hymns. But this is what we want to sing. A canon in 4 parts. When Jesus wept, the falling tear in mercy flowed beyond all bound. When Jesus groaned, a trembling fear seized, that's an interesting way of cutting it, but that seized all the guilty world around. And we've sent Anna a PDF of this, that she'll make it available at some point to everybody. But that has the original. Here's something a little bit easier on the eye. When Jesus wept. So the asterisks are when we start a new voice. You'll see that there are 4 of them, and we come in layers. But we'll sing it a few times in one, teach you the parts, and then we will sing it on our end in 4 parts, and you can join with any of us. When we get to it, I know that's not everyone is a soprano. This is rather in soprano range. So I have a low voice. I'm going to be jumping between the high octave and the low octave. As it becomes hard for me to reach up high, I will go down an octave. And as it becomes too low, I will go up an octave. And I welcome you to do the same. Harmony singing, great. Any octave. If you're a man, if you can bass, you can hit all the low, sing it all low. It would be really beautiful. So let's do it at pitch. What happened to my pitch pipe?
It's definitely over there.
It is. It was over here. Here it is. The old pitch instrument. Billings was also the first one to use a pitch pipe in the United States. So I feel like we're really in good form here. Pitch pipe. That's our D. And let's have Lexi will sing it through each little section between the asterisks. And we'll sing it twice. Please join in on the second time.
All right, so the first part, call and response.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, first part goes like this. When Jesus wept the falling tear, everyone. When Jesus wept the falling tear, in mercy flowed beyond all bound. In mercy flowed beyond all bound. When Jesus groaned a trembling fear. When Jesus groaned a trembling fear. Seized all the guilty world around. Seized all the guilty world around. Let's try it all parts all together. Mm-hmm. When Jesus wept the falling tear, in mercy flowed beyond all bound. When Jesus groaned a trembling fear, seized all the guilty
now we will demo it with 4 voices coming in at the asterisk, a 4-part canon.
Should I start?
Yeah. Why don't you go 1, 2, 3, and I'll come last.
Okay.
When Jesus wept the falling tear, when Jesus wept the falling tear, when Jesus wept the trembling fear, when Jesus wept the falling tear, when Jesus wept beyond the ground, when Jesus wept the trembling fear, when Jesus wept the world around, when Jesus wept the falling tear, when Jesus wept beyond the ground, when Jesus wept the trembling tear, he saw the guilty world around. When Jesus guilty trembling fear seized all the guilty world around.
Did you like that? I want to play you a very, very beautiful choral version of it. It's not just for a warm-up, but there's a lovely version that we can also sing along with. But just to hear how you could put this into a concert very, very easily.
When Jesus wept the falling tear, in mercy flowed beyond all bound. When Jesus groaned the trembling fear, seized all our guilty world around. When Jesus wept the falling tear, when Jesus wept the falling tear, when Jesus wept the falling tear, when Jesus wept the trembling fear, seized Jesus wept the trembling fear, seized Jesus guilty world around. Seized all thy guilty world around.
Isn't that beautiful? And alternating the high voices and the low voices with this, just a brilliant arrangement. So how are y'all doing this spring? Are you glad to have, do we have warm weather in most places now? I know I've been living in Chicago for the past many years, and our winter just seemed to go on forever and ever. And in fact, we had 80 degrees out here last weekend, and now it's, hovering around 60 in the high 50s up here in Vermont. Shall we sing it through? Let's all sing it through one more time. And
Sing it all together.
Sing
and
it
then
all
go
together.
Right into the canon.
Yeah, let's sing it once, and then we'll break into the canon. And I think they sang it. Yeah, let's do it in the pitch that we just heard. Okay?
When Jesus wept the falling tear, in mercy When Jesus wept the falling tear, when Jesus wept the falling tear, when Jesus groaned the trembling tear, sings
Jesus
the
wept the falling tear.
when
Jesus wept beyond the bound, when Jesus groaned the trembling fear, seized all the guilty held around, when Jesus wept the falling ground, when Jesus wept beyond the bound, when Jesus groaned the trembling fear, when Jesus trembled all around, seized all the guilty trembling bound, seized Jesus guilty falling around, seized all the guilty world around.
Yay.
Bravo, everyone!
Good job, everybody. Do we want to make little announcements about? Oh, we already did the weekend
We
announcements.
did.
All about it.
We did. Anybody
you
have any
mind just-
questions, Anna?
Would you mind just turning the screen share off so we can see you nice and big? Thanks.
Sorry, forgot about that. We don't need that anymore. Now we see everybody's face again.
Well, 35.
Wow.
Lovely.
52. 52? Oh, yeah. I was looking
Wow,
at
this
the
is
chat.
a big old crew.
Yeah. Is this the 780th day? Can someone confirm? Wow.
Wow.
Oh, I see lots of
that's
nodding.
amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Wow.
780 days.
So who's been here? Has anybody been here every day?
Deli.
Wow.
Wait, anyone on
We
the
can't-
second screen?
Deborah in Kentucky has also been here. Oh, no, okay.
Who else? Anyone?
Wow,
That's pretty amazing.
That's commitment.
Commitment.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Well, I guess we've got some rehearsing to do on our end. And so again, what's happening this weekend is Saturday is an interactive day with dancing at 9, Shape Notes Sing from 10 to 12, shared potluck meal from 12 to about 1:15, and at 1:30 Bread and Puppet is going to put on a bit of an extravaganza, a funeral march and a Bread and Puppet performance. We'll have a remembrance ceremony, and then afternoon we'll start again at 2:30 until 4 with more singing and dancing in a separate tent. And on Sunday we have quite a number of Village Harmony alums coming to perform the Peter and Mary Alice Amadon with Sam Amadon, and I think Stefan will be here as well, so the whole Amadon family. Maura Smiley, the tenores, a Sardinian trio from Village, or quartet from Village Harmony, Carlinic family singing Georgian music, Boston Harmony members, Bright Wings, Social Band, and other Village Harmony alumni-related musicians. They're an amazing number of professional singers, not just folk musicians, also classical singers, who have started out as teenagers in Village Harmony. We've been doing this since the mid-1980s and going strong, and we hope that you can join us. There are plans to live stream the concert on Sunday and live stream the midday ceremony, remembrance ceremony. We don't have a link for that yet, but if you are interested, look at villageharmony.org closer to the time on Saturday, and we should have a live stream link mounted there. So I guess it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah. Great.
You do that so well.
You did do
Oh,
it so
yes.
good.
And
All right.
One more time. Just one more time because it was so amazing, and then we'll be able to see everyone else singing along with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
sing
sing
along
along.
for sure.
Let's do it. Here, let's pitch it. Okay. When Jesus wept the falling tear, in mercy flowed beyond all bound. When Jesus groaned, a trembling fear seized all the guilty world around. When Jesus wept the falling tear, when Jesus flowed beyond all bound, when Jesus wept the trembling tear, seized Jesus wept the falling ground. In mercy flowed beyond all bound, when Jesus groaned, the trembling fear seized all the guilty world around. When Jesus wept the falling tear, in mercy flowed beyond all bound. When Jesus groaned, the trembling fear seized all the guilty world around. Seized mercy flowed beyond all bound. When Jesus guilty world around, seized all the guilty world around.
Good job, everybody.
Great.
I bet you sound amazing.
Yeah.
I know, we just need to get everybody together.
Yeah.
Or get some kind of synchronous singing platform.
Right.
Come
It's
on.
about
We
time.
should-
2
it
years.
is. I know.
Well, goodbye to Facebook Live. Goodbye to Caroline and